What's up, everybody? I'm here to talk about today's General Hospital episode. Um, this episode gave me all kinds of shades of life today. I tell you, it gave me all kinds of life today. It was a lot of reading going on in this episode. I tell you, it was a pretty decent episode. It was a pretty good episode today. I ain't gonna lie to you, I liked it. Um, what I want to start with. Let's start off with Patrick and Sabrina. Apparently, they screwed and fucked for the umpteenth time today. Apparently they've been kept going back to back to back. I'm like Sabrina must got some good pussy and Patrick must got some good dick. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, they were sitting there talking about feelings and past loves and what. Well, Sabrina was talking about how she didn't ever thought that she'd get to this point with Patrick and whatnot. She never, and how she used to have fantasies about how she never, and she didn't think she never imagined it would be like that. But anyway, but they both realize they gotta both get to. Patrick realized he has to get to work, and he's basically got to get to work to basically get. Well, he basically goes into work to basically get Danny's test results, because Danny's test results, his test results ain't in. But anyway, but yeah, they had some. Cause I ain't really here for Patrick and Sabrina in the first place. I'm not really here for them, but that's beside the point. But anyway, they had some decent scenes today. Patrick was also telling Sabrina that Emma had a great time at Anna and Duke's house until the shooting took place. Because Anna does have a stay at the Metro Court, and they heard the shots and whatnot, and Duke said that he figured out it was Sonny was involved because Sonny was there. But anyway, now I'm ready for them to seriously bring up Duke's mob pass. That's what I'm ready for him to bring up. His mob pass. Because I know, like, back in the day, and also watching that General Hospital 50th anniversary marathon, Duke was a pretty big mobster back in the day. So, they say he was the original mobster with a heart of gold. So, but yeah, I'm seriously looking for wanting to bring up Duke's mob pass. They seriously need to bring that up. But anyway, let's move on to Sonny and Anna. When I tell y'all, Anna Devane was the highlight of this episode. I love seeing Anna in full blown cop mode. I seriously love her in full blown cop mode. I mean, watching Anna in full blown cop mode, that was great. That's great to see. She was basically first she was basically questioning Sonny. She was basically asking Sonny. She knows Sonny has this vendetta against Franco, and how she basically figured out that what caused Olivia to be shot was in fact a hit on Franco, and she basically knows Sonny has this vendetta against Franco. And Son is basically like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know anything about it. I didn't do it. And Anna was basically like, you probably didn't do it yourself, but you probably had one of your men to do it, one of your associates to do it. And Anna's in all words saying she gonna get to the bottom of it. And then after Anna basically questions Sonny basically pleads his innocence and says, it's basically pleads his innocence and whatnot. But after that. She calls Sean, and before all that happens, Sean's having a heated confrontation with Carly. He basically is basically saying basically realized Carly manipulated him, and Olivia paid the price for Carly's manipulation. And Carly's basically like, basically saying something like, well, Sean told Carly that if Olivia dies, we don't have to worry. They won't have to worry about anything because Sonny's gonna kill both of them. Sean has a point. Sonny's probably gonna kill if Olivia doesn't make it, which I have a feeling she's probably going to make it. We know she ain't gonna die. I mean, because I haven't heard anything about the actress leaving the show. We know she ain't gonna die. But anyway, Sonny was like, Sean was basically saying like if Sonny's gonna kill both of them if Olivia in fact doesn't make it, and like I said, yeah, most likely in all terms, most likely, Sonny's gonna go after both of them. And somebody put on Twitter said Sonny's probably gonna hire a hitman to kill his hitman. And then later on in the episode, Anna called Sean down to the station, and Sean was basically like, you wanted to CB commissioner, and Anna was basically like, he said something like, I gotta go, I'm late for work, I gotta get to work and whatnot. And Sonny's all like. Not Sonny, no, Anna's all like, what you gotta go to work for? Kelly's all gotta go work for Sonny. So Anna basically knows, in a way, basically figured out Sean was the one that, she basically knows Sean's the one that pulled the trigger and whatnot. She knows Sonny ordered the hit, but they don't know that Sonny called the hit off. But Sonny originally ordered a hit on Franco. He and Carly ordered a hit on Franco. And um, she was saying, Anna was basically saying how Sean's a good guy. He's not a bad person. He's a good man and whatnot. And how he basically was saying, she basically brought up how him and his when he was in the army, his discharge from the army, how y'all know he and TJ's that dad were in the army together, and something happened from somebody ordered a hit or something of somebody or something went wrong in the army, and Sean basically it's kind of a confusing thing to say, the how TJ got to be with Sean. That's kind of a confusing story. But anyway, she basically she basically said how he shot basically shot TJ's father by accident, and he requested a discharge from the army. But anyway, and he basically said he basically was repaying repaying he basically repaying him by taking TJ in. But anyway, Anna basically was saying that, so what's she gonna do for to repay what's he gonna do to repay Olivia? Because Olivia, he accidentally shot Olivia. He basically said, what's he gonna do to repay Olivia? I'm on like he had Dante a grown ass man, so you can't take him and he a grown ass man. But anyway, a grown ass man with a wife. But anyway, with a wife and a potential baby on the way. Because I got some theories about Britt's baby. Well, he could be have a potential baby on the way, a biological baby on the way. But anyway, but yeah, I really enjoyed. Like I said, I really enjoyed Anna Devane. Anna basically gave me my whole life in this episode. Now let's move on. We also got to see Sam today. About time we got to see Sam today. She was basically asking the doctors and the nurses when would Danny's test results be in and whatnot. And then out of nowhere, Silas Clay comes up. And he finally took that damn ponytail out. Even though he does look like how he would look as John McBain or Caleb Morley, but John McBain or Stephen Clay. But anyway, he was basically talking about telling Sam how when Danny's test results get in, she should basically prepare because he basically knows he has leukemia. And she's basically telling you basically stay away from my family, from me and my son and whatnot. And he basically was like, okay, he basically, the reason he wants Danny to have the best doctors that can treat him for all this. And Sam's basically, we all know he's gonna be the one to save him. And I have a feeling Franco's bone marrow is probably gonna be the one to save Danny too. I have a feeling that's probably gonna wind up happening. But anyway, because for right now, what we know, he is Jason's twin brother. But anyway, moving on from that. But anyway, Alexis and Sam met up at the hospital today, and Patrick came in, and Patrick had the test results out, and apparently Patrick had already looked at the test results, and he basically looked down, basically was looking all sad and whatnot. He didn't want to tell Sam or Alexis until the doctor that did the procedure, got the test results, that constructed the whole test and whatnot. And Sam was basically like, Patrick, you gotta tell me, I gotta know. He was basically like, I'm sorry, Sam. And Dan was always official. Danny has leukemia. And I am not a fan of I'm seriously not a fan of children being sick storylines. I am seriously not a fan of that. Of kids being sick, I don't like those type of storylines. I'm sorry. Those storylines are mean. I mean, the acting in those storylines are probably great. Will be great, but and I'm pretty sure the acting in this storyline is going to be great. But I'm not really here for it. And then we have some scenes with Diane and Franco. Diane was basically telling Franco how he basically should just keep his mouth shut about certain stuff if he wants to stay free, because he is just out on bail. But anyway, he is out on bail. So anyway, but yeah, and then I almost called him John McBain. Silas walks in and Diane tells him how because Alexis told Diane that Danny may have leukemia, and that Sam because that today was also probably the day for the whole custody of Rafe and all that and whatnot. And Sam was all like, not Sam, and Diane was basically telling Silas how they need to basically put it on hold, and Silas was basically like, we're not putting this on hold. And I'm like, dude, you have to be a douchebag. I mean, Silas is acting like a damn douchebag. I mean, you know her kid's probably sick, so why would you tell me? I'm not a big fan of Sam being Rafe's foster mother. I'm not a big fan of that because I feel like that's a huge plot point. But why would this dude want to take the girl's foster kid away when she could potentially? I don't like to play what ifs, but could she thinks her baby she could lose her biological child via leukemia. But anyway, let me know how you guys felt about today's episode. I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good episode today. Leave me a comment below if you guys have any questions. Tomorrow I may have a daytime Emmy prediction video. I don't know. I may have a daytime Emmy prediction video tomorrow for you guys. But anyway, let me know who you guys think. What you guys think about today's episode. Leave me a comment below. But anyway, this is Dominic checking out. Peace. God bless. And I'm out.